What's up, y'all? I am Cashews.
This your boy TK.
It's your girl Diamonds.
And it's your girl Tasty.
And we are
Hip Hop Millennials Podcast.
All right, so
Hey y'all.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
We back.
How y'all doing, man? Another week.
Welcome.
Did y'all have a good week?
Yes.
Yeah, for the most part.
I did.
No stresses.
No
It's
stresses
always
for
stress.
me. But not for me. I mean, I had a, regular, y'all know I got a regular job, went to work, kids,
9 to 5,
Only got
kicking
2, just to throw that out there. I don't know, when people say kids, that make me think like 7. I only got 2, you know what I'm saying?
Not 7.
I don't know. But
Why
when
the
you
word?
say kids,
Why the number 7?
well, or 4, I don't
Because
know.
that's
but,
how many I have.
But not even.
It's okay, everybody. I have 7
I
children.
wasn't even saying that. That was just, I don't know. But,
A lot of broken headboards around here.
Man.
Oh, man,
Good week. I'm excited to be here.
I am
Me
too,
too,
man.
yeah.
This is one of the things that I look forward to every week.
Oh,
Too.
definitely.
Even though we got fucked up last night,
Oh,
y'all.
yeah.
We here.
We out here. We was outside.
We outside.
We was outside,
And we
y'all.
dedicated, and we here.
And that's word to that DJ tag because we was outside. He said,
Oh,
we
my God.
outside.
We outside.
I lost a little hearing last night, but I had a ball. All right, so yeah, we have a suspect by the name of Corey Patterson out of Tupelo, Mississippi. He stole an aircraft and threatened to crash into Walmart.
That's crazy.
And I've been a Walmart worker before.
Yeah, I have to.
What would you do if your manager came to you and was like, "Hey, somebody talking about crashing into this bitch"? Do you just walk out, clock out, or you just
I'm not even clocking out.
finish your day?
But no, you know the sad thing is, I don't think your manager would tell you. That's the crazy
'Cause
part.
they
Oh,
forgot-
they
Right.
want to
They
get
don't want
that.
you to leave.
They want you to clear them pallets out.
Right, exactly.
Motherfuckers.
So you're going to die here with Sam Walton.
You're going to unload
That
this
is
truck,
crazy.
and then you're going to put out this freight. That's what
Right.
you're going to do.
He's facing grand larceny charges as well as terroristic threats. He was an employee of the Tupelo Aviation for 10 years, so he actually does know how to fly a plane. He's not certified, but he can do a little something. Obviously,
Right.
he's in the air. He called 911 and threatened to crash into Walmart. So I'm thinking he wanted some type of attention.
wanted
What is
to
this,
smoke.
mental break?
Right, because did they ever say why? Like
He
just-
wrote a
just
message
'cause?
on Facebook, kind of like a goodbye type message.
Oh, so like
and
some
I think it
suicide.
was mental. Like it was,
It's like he
he's
had a
mentally-
suicide. He wanted to commit suicide but got scared to do
Yeah,
it.
and kind of freaked out and just landed it.
But the thing with suicide is kill yourself, bro. Like,
Yeah,
why
don't
you gotta
kill
take people
everybody
with you?
else. Yeah.
I
The
don't
most
wanna die
cowardice
today.
way. That's coward.
Right.
Cowardly.
But
man.
that's what most of them do. You realize that, right? They're going out, taking out other people.
Yeah,
with
Yeah,
them.
Definitely.
and the act
Everybody
of,
going
and
down.
it's like
Yeah.
mental health is very important nowadays. But the act of suicide, it is a little bit cowardless.
Yeah.
It's like
Absolutely.
you don't want to face reality. It's that hard for you.
Not
It's
necessarily.
the-
And the only reason why I would say that, because I was in the military, they have suicides all the time. That's not always the case. Some cases just you really feel like you
You don't
can't
want to
do-
live anymore.
Yeah, you can't
For
deal
sure.
with it no more. You know what I'm saying?
For
Like,
sure.
You can't deal with. I have plenty of people that I know that have committed suicide. Just imagine especially if you grew up biblical and you're like, oh, well, thou shalt not kill, but you go in the military and shoot somebody in the face. That's hard to deal with.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's going against your whole
Everything
religion,
you've been
but
taught
you're
your whole
supposed
life.
to because it's your job.
Understandable,
So
yeah.
it's a lot.
But this motherfucker ain't never been in
That's
the military.
something.
Hell,
Yeah,
right. He just.
I was just going off
And we
Yeah,
and
bro.
I understand your point. Like that
That's
is
the point.
real, and that's a shout out to all the
Facts.
ex-military,
Right,
current military. Y'all got a lot to deal with mentally,
Yeah.
but
Right.
this
And
guy right
PTSD.
here, he just an asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
You wanted some attention and you got it.
But
Facts.
that headline alone is just, y'all, we went from stealing like cars. You stole a plane? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I don't
even- how you
like,
like a plane? You don't have
still
to
a
have a plane?
bike.
I don't know.
He
how to
did
play.
it.
I
He did
know.
it while the air traffic control wasn't there.
So
and
does
he
that,
just took off.
Oh, so question, was that make it premeditated? Because you have
Absolutely.
to
Yes.
know.
You know when they're
have
not
to
there.
When
learn
they're
how to
not there,
fly a
Yes,
yeah.
plane.
and
know
you
what I'm saying?
took off
Absolutely.
Yeah.
purposely when they
And did
weren't
people
in
die
the
or
tower.
no?
Nobody died.
Nobody died?
I don't think he
It-
ever got in the air, did he?
He got in there and he
Oh,
stayed
okay.
in there for about 5 hours,
Okay.
and then the
Oh,
plane
okay.
ran out of gas and he had to get his ass down.
Show goofy.
Goofy ass
You can't even
motherfucker.
Die right.
And this might just been a
You're a
mental lapse,
clown.
you know. And speaking of mental health issues, y'all, we're gonna head over to Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears. Like, I say mental health because what kind of trauma do you think they did to these children
But that's what
involved
they're
in this
saying.
video?
That's a part of the lawsuit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's get into that. How do y'all feel about, because you know Ari Spears has been in the news lately for attacking Lizzo. You know, he basically says she looked like a shit emoji, and
Right.
he's already getting backlash from that. And I kind of thought I related the two subjects. I mean, this video is kind of old. It's from like 2014.
Yeah, it's
so
old.
sometimes they come for people,
But you know what's...
but you can't erase the fact that you made the video.
Right,
Yeah,
and
for
that,
sure.
and then it's just like, if you want to make a point, use your own damn kids.
Use your own
Yeah.
damn kids.
Use your own kids.
And
You know
neither
what
one
I'm
of them
saying?
have kids,
That's-
right? Or does he have
No,
kids?
he has kids.
He has
Definitely
kids.
has kids.
So
So it's
why
just
you
like-
ain't use your own kids?
Exactly my point.
they befriended the mom. The mom already did prior lawsuits against Tiffany Haddish. and
they've been
she was
suing
trying to-
her for like the last
they said
7
shake her
years.
down for money.
She want that money.
Her lawyers are adamant.
Right.
Though. They
So like,
ain't
what
nobody
happened?
gonna
Like,
get no money
what's
out of her.
going on so far? Like, what,
Okay, so did y'all see the video?
Yeah, I saw it.
saw a
Okay,
little
so
bit of it. I
I couldn't get all the way through the video because it was so cringy to me, and I just get really uncomfortable when things involve children. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like you should involve kids in dirty jokes because y'all know sometimes a lot of the sexual things online, like memes,
Yeah.
a lot of those memes involve kids. Y'all ever noticed
absolutely,
that?
yeah.
Those-
So do
some
y'all
of the
think
most
they
freaky
actually
shit.
coerce
Like that Arthur,
I-
that Arthur meme, that was a whole childhood.
Yes.
Oh, with the
yes,
cartoon.
absolutely.
Man.
They turned it sexual.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. But that shit's funny.
But
I don't feel like
This wasn't
they
funny.
molested those kids. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the joke was in bad taste. It shouldn't have been done. But I don't feel like Tiffany and Aries actually molested
Like,
anybody or had
physically touched
intent
them.
to
Yeah, I see
molest
what you're
those
saying.
kids.
Okay,
yeah, that
so
makes
do you
sense.
think that they should be charged with like? Do you think they
No.
coerced him like with child pornography or like?
No, I don't.
You don't know with anything. No.
I don't think they should be charged with child pornography or nothing like that. Because honestly, I think it was just a skit to them.
Yeah.
It was in fucked up taste. Don't get me wrong. They should not have done it. Include any kind of
But yeah,
child
yeah.
in that. But
Just
I
the
don't
fact
think
they put
they
it
had
out, right?
that
Well, the
mindset.
kids are saying, well, they're not kids anymore, but
They're made
they're
them
calling them
perform
Jane
stuff
Doe
on
and
each other.
Jane
Yeah.
Doe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is their brother and sister.
One of them is an adult.
Right.
And I'm not
The
saying it
other
didn't
one's-
cause them no mental trauma.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
To
It caused me mental trauma watching this
Yeah,
shit.
because it was very disturbing. The video
yeah.
was extremely disturbing. I couldn't even get through it.
I get what Diamond said though. I don't think they really meant to intentionally. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I
Like,
don't
'cause
think they're molesters and
I
they
don't
go
think they have
and
that
fondle
but does
children
that
or anything
matter
like
just
that.
because you don't intend does not make it
That's
again?
true.
You see what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Some people don't
It was in
intend to
poor
kill people.
taste.
So,
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? I guess that's what the real question is. Just because that's like if I get into it with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I hit you and you die, I didn't mean to kill you, but does that not mean
It
that
happened.
I should be charged with murder?
it happened.
Well, we also
see what
have
I'm
to
saying?
Yeah.
we also have to factor in that it was a lot of little sneaky shit going on Aries' part. He wasn't communicating properly.
John
The
Doe.
John Doe
John Doe.
complained to his mother about going through some traumatic event during the filming of this. She contacted Aries and trying to get in touch with him about what's going on. Why is my son
Right.
so traumatized? And he said, "Oh, it hasn't been edited, and he can't get in touch with the people that's editing the video." Or basically playing, a little
Running her around.
giving her the runaround.
But
And
that's go ahead.
that's my point.
But see,
Giving
it's
her-
just like that. That goes back to it's just like at the end of the day too. Like, why weren't you there?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I'm trying
why
to
wasn't you there
understand
with
because-
your son while they were filming?
Feel
That doesn't
like,
make
you know,
any
sense.
someone's
What?
going, you don't know these people, and then like
Celebrity
I
or
said prior
not.
to that, they said I don't understand why is everything coming to surface now when
Right.
it's already been all these other lawsuits that they said have been frivolous. They don't have any,
That's
thing
back to
backing
my
it,
point
whatever.
about
So,
the Lizzo situation.
Yeah.
I can't believe that
This
these
is coming about
situations
because
are-
of
But you
Lizzo.
know, in Law and Order, they have them cases where they've seen somebody online and been like, "Oh, I just had a flashback memory."
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because we've all known to block stuff out, kind of trauma and stuff like that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it could be
and
possible.
Aries Spears has been in the news a
And
lot.
A lot
That
more
is, yeah,
lately.
for
He's
sure.
not really a AA celebrity, but he's known.
My
what I'm saying?
disappointment is with Tiffany as well because if you
Yeah.
look up, they actually have another video where they're doing a Bill Cosby skit,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
equally as disturbing.
Inappropriate.
It's just disturbing.
But-
Yeah.
Stay away
But-
from the pedophile
But
jokes,
you know,
man.
comics always argue what's off
What's
limits.
funny
You know what I'm
and
saying?
what's
If a
not.
motherfucker ain't laughing, it's off limits.
But some
But
people,
some
That's
people
why
are
I said
laughing.
that.
weird
That's
shit.
why I
Some
said
people are
that they
laughing.
didn't.
It's
That's why I
perspective.
feel like they didn't have the intent on molesting
But
those
what
kids.
really-
I think they knew deep down it was in poor taste to some people because comics aren't stupid. Like they know it's gonna offend somebody.
But
you know
couldn't
what?
get
the
over the
crime
looks.
is
Yeah.
were sexual acts
yeah.
really caught?
That's
you know what
really
I'm saying?
the-
Did
yeah,
they
that's
really
the
make
part.
it was
Yeah.
a lot of insinuation.
But
Like,
were off camera? I think that probably in trial they're going to try to get the raw version, the unedited versions, to
Right,
see like
right.
what led up to those.
First
You know
of
what I'm saying?
all,
Because
the little boy, the video starts off with him in his underwear.
That's
and
already-
Tiffany's carrying
yeah.
him around. This boy was like, what?
But
How
where
old was
are
he
the
at the time?
parents? You see what I'm saying?
It's money, man.
Yeah,
People are
true,
like,
too.
oh, it's a
It's the evil.
celebrity
Yeah.
interested. Like Tiffany Haddish scoped out the little girl and
Yeah.
said she would be good
You
for a
think-
video.
yes,
Hell
but
yeah.
I don't think they should be accused of anything. I think that.
So
I mean,
what
I was playing devil's advocate. You know
What
what I'm
should
saying?
come from this though? Like
I-
any lawsuit? I'd say a lawsuit, but maybe not jail
Okay,
or anything
how I
like
feel. is
convictions.
once they get the unedited version and see, if it was really any foul play. I feel like if it was foul play, then of course they should be charged, because at the end of the day, famous or not, if you was making these kids be sexual or whatever they're saying they were doing, you should be charged for that shit. But I think once it comes to light, you don't know.
At this current time, neither one of them have spoken up. They silent as hell.
Anything.
So
You know what I'm saying?
they trying to get their story right.
Yeah.
Right.
The
before
lawyers
it
like
gets-
hush
before it
hush.
goes
Yeah,
super
only the
public.
lawyers are making statements and stuff like, these are throwing words out
I mean,
there like
that is
frivolous.
the right way to
and,
do it too.
For
if
sure.
you're not a lawyer, you're not supposed to be running
Yeah.
your mouth. That's what the lawyer's for. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They tell you to stay quiet. I'll take care of everything.
Yeah.
So
And the reason why we were offended and everybody's in uproar is because this shit wasn't funny. I didn't laugh once.
It was disturbing.
I was so disturbed by the video. So we're gonna see what the outcome comes from this.
Yeah.
And
Watch your kids, man.
watch your kids.
Watch your
Don't
kids.
trust your kids with anybody just because they're a celebrity.
Yeah.
And don't let money be your driving point
Right.
behind letting
For
stuff
sure.
happen. We are all parents. You want to defend your kid whenever
We're all
anything is
cautious.
Yeah.
happening. But let's say you're a kid on that bus and you see a irate, angry adult hop on. What
That's
do you
scary.
do?
Nah.
Levante King is
Del
trying to
Vontae
defend
King.
his daughter. We go crazy about our daughters, man, and our children in general.
They actually
how
interviewed
far
a man
But
with a
that's what he said
5-year-old
though,
on
because
the
he was
bus.
like, he said that the bullying was happening through the course of a year. He said he kept trying to rectify the situation. He kept trying to deal with
But
the
why
other
go?
parent.
You're gonna go to the bus with the kids? You're gonna threaten the little
but
girl?
see, that's the thing though. He said he did every
He saw
other
this
thing.
opportunity.
It didn't work. It didn't
That-
work.
it
I'm not
doesn't
saying it makes it
matter.
right. I'm
does-
just saying.
You don't know what happened on that bus. Everybody's
Absolutely.
always gonna be, on their kid's side.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't really know. Kids be kids. Kids fight, and it was wrong. He was out of line. It was wrong for him to do that threatening. I'm gonna flip this motherfucking bus. Get the fuck. These is
Yeah.
kids, and then these are little girls at that. You should go to jail, sir.
So
He
You should be jailed.
apologized.
So
I don't
he
give
said
a
he
fuck.
sorry.
So
You
it
should be
says
jailed
the-
for disorderly conduct.
But
30
But he
days.
said he
30
thought he
days.
came home with a knot
30
on her
days.
head though.
No, I don't care. Kids fight.
She got jumped. It
Kids-
was like she got jumped.
But
So-
you don't know that. You don't know what happened. All these are allegations.
Just
For
imagine
sure.
if your son came home roughed up, got a knot on his head. He telling you he got jumped at school. He's getting
Okay,
bullied.
side story. No, I ain't never been in that situation because my man's kind of big. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But remember, he came home that one time and his lip was kind of roughed up. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, kids get into it. And I'm not saying that you should allow your kids to get beat up and jumped. What I am saying is
Address
it is
their other
inappropriate for an adult to address children, especially at that age. We're not talking
Yeah.
about teenagers. These is kids.
Yeah.
Kids.
So the
Here's
district
the
says
part
that-
where I think it kind of gets crazy. It's like he got on the bus, he threatened a child, didn't think about all the other little first graders,
Right,
kindergartners
That's
that
what
might
I'm
be on the
saying.
bus that could have been terrified, and they followed the bus. Why get follow the bus
and
back
flash
to the school?
allegedly
Jail.
flashed
Allegedly
a
a gun, yeah.
The district says an investigation will be conducted, and they sent a letter to the parents saying that they have been escorted. That the bus driver escorted him off of the bus. The kids waited at the bus until the police arrived.
They took him back to the school.
Yeah.
Yep, they took him back to the school, and the mother of the girl that he was actually attacking, her name is Angel Clay. She's the mother of the 10-year-old daughter who was targeted. She had a response, and she definitely was against this whole thing. She was going at
He
everybody.
should go to jail.
She said that the lives and the memories of these kids are now put in jeopardy.
It is.
Like she's saying that they have been traumatized.
You know?
And that's why I mentioned in the beginning, like put yourself in the kid's position.
Imagine a
before the
kindergartner on like you
what I'm
knew
saying.
Yeah.
you don't know anything about riding a bus,
Yep.
and then all of a
you
sudden
heard
a
the little
scary
girl
man.
in the video crying in the
Yeah.
background. She
Yeah.
like, I want to go home.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
that
scary.
shit is crazy because you got these two niggas. They were big black. And
Well,
I'm
it was
sorry.
one guy and a girl. Who,
No, it was it was two men.
the man. One of them was the bus driver. The bus driver was trying to get the man
Yeah,
off the
that was
bus.
the
one.
bus driver
other
was
So
person-
the
holding him
other
back. He was
black
trying to
man
take-
It
was
was
the
one-
bus driver.
Yeah, the other
was trying
black
to
man
get
was
him off
trying to
the
get
bus.
him off the bus.
Okay,
And
okay.
he came on with a girl who was trying to fight. We all love our children.
For sure.
And it's not, we're not condoning attacking kids, but you defend your kid tooth and nail.
Absolutely.
When it comes to any type of bullying. And if I call the school and say that my daughter has been jumped, she's been bullied, and you know if your kid's a fighter or not. If your kid not a fighter, that automatically makes you even more sensitive
Right,
to the
'cause you know,
bullying.
right.
So I've called the school, I've talked to the bus driver, and now I'm so pissed off.
Then drop your kid off at school.
Yeah,
Take him off the bus. Take him off the bus.
the kids are at the school.
But
I'm not. Listen.
it clearly
I'm
the
not
bully-
condoning what he did. I'm just saying. he thought he had no other solution in his mind.
Yeah,
he
that
was
was
so
his last
pissed
resort.
off. Oh, I'm going up there. I'm finna.
It's
He really
wrong.
wanted to scare the shit out of them.
wrong.
But it was wrong. It's automatically wrong. But as a
I
parent, you
I
think
get it.
about that type of shit.
I
I get it.
get it, but it's
I
still
I have
wrong.
children.
I get it, but it's still wrong.
But even if he would have like waited till the other girl got off the bus and maybe addressed their family and them, okay, I can see that. Like, okay, your kids and da 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 da. But to get on a school bus with all these other children, I'ma flip this motherfucker. It's out of line. It's no justification. It's no way.
Have you ever been bullied before?
I have.
Yes.
I have.
So think about it from a perspective of what would you have wanted to happen to that bully back in the day?
Justice around it. Like I said, I could even see, because they said he followed the bus. So
Yeah,
right,
that was
so
ridiculous.
I could even see him following and waited till the little girls got off the bus, and then like her parents is at the
Right,
bus stop
right.
and approaching him. Okay, all those other innocent children, like you said, the kindergartners, all these other babies that you have brought
Just
into this
imagine your son come
situation
home
and has
crying.
traumatized. It's no reason
Hey,
for it.
sometimes
And it's out of
logic
line.
goes out a
And
window when it
should-
comes to
and
your
that's
children.
and at the end of the day, because you're only looking at it from that period. But what if you was one of the other parents who kids is traumatized because the man came on the bus, was yelling like, "I'ma flip this motherfucker and I'ma do it." And what if that was your kid, not the one who got beat up into the fight, but the one who was scared because this stranger that came on the bus threatening like a terrorist attack, threatening the, you know what I'm saying? What if
Okay,
he was
absolutely.
that
So you
parent?
can get into that one
You see
too.
what I'm saying?
I like to talk about it from all three perspectives:
Yeah.
from the
Sure.
parent, the children, and the parent of the kid who's the bully.
Right.
So as a parent, if you find out your child is bullying somebody, what do you do? How do you approach the situation?
You beat their ass.
Because usually parents don't know their kids are bullying.
They
that's
do.
Yeah.
That's
No,
not
you don't- you
true.
don't know when
I
your
don't think
kid-
so, because
How would you know?
I
You-
didn't tell
would
my
you-
mom.
would you
have
think- would you think your
you
son
know
is a
why?
bully?
Because you have instances like that where your kid is getting told on by other kids for being bullied, especially
Yeah.
in this time of day. It's not like how it was.
Well, he
We
did
thinking
say he
about,
notified the
you know what I'm
parents.
saying, back in the day when everything was kind of, we get off the bus and fight at the. We're talking about in today's society. They notify the school. You know what I'm saying? They know their kids be bad as fuck. Motherfuckers know who their kids be. You know your son's bad. You know as the parent you have to. You know what I'm saying? You regulate that child and
Right,
you
right.
regulate the situation. But to regulate other kids with kids, I think that it's wrong.
That, and I don't even think somebody would want. I know me personally, I wouldn't want. You know how embarrassing that is for if that was my dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just scared all these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like now,
No,
they
the
don't-
little girl was climbing over the seat. She was about it.
that was her. I thought
That
it was
wasn't her.
That
That's
or
what
the,
I'm
Yeah, she-
the,
that
the
was-
one
that was
that they
somebody
brought.
else. That's
the
what
one
I'm
that they
saying.
brought
the
wasn't
backup.
Just imagine
That was an
how
older-
that
like
is
an
for her
older
when
girl.
she
Okay.
gets back to school.
Little
Like,
older.
oh, that's the girl with the daddy who'll hit you. Don't talk. You know what I'm saying? That's real though.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Now she don't have friends. It's just bad all around. Like it's
That's
just
just crazy.
Yeah, he did get online. Maybe the next day and apologize.
He did apologize.
He
They
apologized
always
because
do.
he
Do
probably
y'all
saw that
accept the apology?
playback. I accept it. I do
I feel
accept
like
it
he
because
realized what he did,
He realized
and
what he
he
did.
was like, "Okay, I really fucked up.
Yeah.
My bad. Like I didn't mean to go that hard."
it looked
Yeah.
crazy,
So
and he
as
probably
the
saw
parent,
himself.
Diamond, you accept it?
Yeah.
You accept
I
the apology?
mean, I would not
I wouldn't
forget
accept
it,
it.
but I would accept it. It's kind of like I forgive you, but I'm not gonna forget type deal.
Right.
And I would always be leery to him and
Yeah.
what he would do next.
Yeah.
It's like
I was,
always in the
I
back
was
of my
certain with
head.
some repercussions.
It has
like,
to be some type of repercussion,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah,
as a
definitely.
parent, man, I understand
'Cause I get
the
it.
mentality.
Yeah. I
I'm
get
not
it.
condoning the action, but I understand, man. My daughter, I get
Yeah.
mad at
Still,
little kids for
you know.
hitting my baby.
I guess because I've been a mom maybe for a really, really long time. You know what I'm saying? My son is 16. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just learn in situations, even in that, you have to pick and choose your battles. And even in being upset, kids are going to get in situations. That's not going to be the first time his daughter gets into an
course.
altercation. It's not going to be the last. So it's like you can't
And you
go
have you
around.
always felt this way, or was it different 10 years ago?
No, for sure. You know me. I've always let, my big boy handle his battles. And, I always talk to you about it. And you would tell me, you got to let him be a boy. At the end of the day, kids are going to be kids. And I've never been that type of parent who is finna go cuss out them kids. And I've always been this way. Not even just because of this story. Kids going to be fight. You win some, you lose some. Shit, I done been fucking jumped before. My mama ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like that, what the fuck it is. It's just people are so sensitive.
It
No, I
also
come
depends
from
on
a-
what kind of background you come
You know
from,
what I'm
because
saying?
I've had instances where some of my family members were getting bullied and their moms
Yeah.
definitely stepped out there and was like, y'all better stay away from my fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily threatening them, but this is my child.
Right.
Walking them to the bus stop, walking them to wherever. Just this child is cared for.
For sure. sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Y'all ain't
should-
finna just
yeah,
be
make
doing
that-
whatever.
I will never understand a grown man threatening children in that situation.
And I can
don't-
also
I
see
can't-
that
I
he
can't-
was
no.
watching his wording very well on that. He
Hell
didn't
yeah.
say too much too crazy like, kill all you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I will
He
flip
still had
his
a right
bus.
mind,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He knew he was
That's still
dealing
a
with
terroristic
children.
threat?
Oh, it was definitely he's gonna
And just
he's gonna
imagine
get some
for the-
consequence.
I think maybe
He
a little,
should. I
you know,
think he
for
should
sure.
get banned from the school. You can't come to
Yes.
none of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't come to none of her activities or none of that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because think about the kids, that families that come from no violence whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah.
My
They're gonna
kid
be
has
crying.
never seen
Every
a
time
grown
they
man
see
yell a day in their life.
And that's the thing that's
You know
the
what I'm
part
saying?
where
Like,
I
I'm
detach
not with
because
that, yeah.
you're freaking these kids
Right,
out.
you
So let me
like
ask y'all
crazy.
this last question. We can wrap this one up. What would you do if your kid was one of the kids on the bus?
I mean,
And
can have
everybody,
it.
we just get everybody's response from that.
I would want him to be punished for sure. I definitely would want some type of justice. Like you said, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm kind of mad right now because I don't like that shit. I don't know, maybe jail time, if maybe extreme, but definitely, like you said, maybe punish him, not let him go to school functions. But I definitely would want, for sure, some type of justice for that situation.
TK, what you thinking?
I think the same thing she said, like as far as like being banned from school, but I also think the same manner you got on that bus with that anger, I want that same manner. We need to put all these kids in the room and you need to apologize like a man. You can't just hop online. These kids don't go online. They don't have fucking social media. They never seen that apology. You need to do it the same way you hop on that bus. You need to put them in an auditorium or something like that and be like, I'm sorry, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, that's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
that's
like,
crazy. Diamonds.
I agree with the formal apology to the kids and just the bus driver, just everybody that was in that situation deserves an apology. And I feel like he should be banned from the bus, the school, just everything, just to make the other parents feel at ease, especially for the kids that, don't be susceptible to violence and things like that.
Facts. All right, y'all. So we gonna kick off another segment. We finna get into Come Have a Taste with T with my girl T.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Okay, y'all ready to come have a taste of tea?
Yeah.
All right. How y'all doing today? Okay, so my question today is, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to y'all, like in front of a sexual partner, or like not even your spouse, but just maybe somebody that you like or want to give it to, or like what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? I'm gonna go first, okay? So, this was back in the day. I didn't really know. This was before like the people really like tacking their wigs down or whatever. I had just now my hair is naturally curly, and I had put this little wig on, no tack down, no nothing. It was just on there, right? I had met this dude at the club. I liked him. We already had exchanged numbers at this point. I was probably gonna give him some after the end of the night, whatever. So we kicking it throughout the night, drinking, having a good time. I'm dancing, busting it open. I bend over, and the wig is really long. It's like Chinese bang, and it come down to my booty. I bend over, and my wig get caught on his belt buckle, and that shit slides smooth the fuck off while I'm at the club. I swear to God. And so it pulled off, and he was like, "Hey, shawty, your hair on the floor."
Oh my God.
On me. And I swear to God, that shit was so crazy. I just
my
snatched that shit
God.
up, and I moved the fuck around. The club was packed, so it wasn't too bad, and I just moved the fuck around. I didn't throw the wig away. I definitely put that guy in my bag, but I kind of just went in the bathroom, fixed my hair up, and went to the other side of the club and kept it pushing. And I didn't talk to him, and I blocked his number because, like I said, we already had exchanged numbers. But I wasn't like, it was crazy. I didn't want to talk to you. That nigga was like, "Hey, shawty, your hair in the floor." And yeah,
At some point, he would have saw your hair sitting on the dresser anyway.
I would never.
Out and
no.
about when you done up, yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's hilarious,
for sure.
though. Oh my God.
Oh,
Well,
that's embarrassing.
I'll go into mine. I have one of the wildest situations, and it gives me flashbacks every once in a while. Just
That's how you know it's great.
trauma. You know how when you're a teenager, this is back in your teenage days when you were probably hot and ready. You ready to do some stuff, but we don't got nowhere to have sex. You don't got nowhere to do nothing.
Right.
So me and the current girlfriend at the time, we decided to go to a park, and late night, I had just got my first car. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good about myself. We drive my little car because the car had to be one of the places where you had sex, because you couldn't go to your mom's house, your aunt's house.
sure, 'cause you're not
Adults
supposed to
ain't
be
playing that
Right.
shit. Yeah,
Hell
you ain't
no.
supposed to be fucking, but
I know black adults.
yeah, so we go to a park, They had an open bathroom area. You know how sometimes you at these parks, they have a bathroom area where everybody goes.
Right, yeah.
So nobody's out there. We open it up. We go in. I had some Air Force Ones on. All white Crispies. And they, no scuffs. We in there in the stall. She's butt ass naked. I have on only Air Force Ones. I'm going crazy. We both going crazy. And all of a sudden, I see a flashlight on the front of the wall in front of me. She's bent over the toilet. I'm behind her. Look, I'm behind her. And I see a flashlight light in front of her. She says, "Baby, what is that?" And I turn around, butt naked, and I see some boots.
No.
I look up. Me and this cop make eye contact. Oh my God, my heart dropped. And he was trying to get all the looks in that he could. I'm over here trying to block her body. And he's trying to I'm butt ass naked. I'm blocking me with one hand. I'm blocking her with my other hand. And my body, I'm just trying to position myself. Damn. And you know what? Honestly, it was an embarrassing situation, but it ended very positive. He was real cool. He was like, "Oh man, we heard noises out here."
Oh my God!
You know, I do my nightly check of the park, and I heard yelling and screaming over here. And he said, "Why don't you guys get a blanket and go out on the field over there?" And I was like, "Okay, see now I'm thinking
I feel
about
like you watching.
You trying to watch it, so that situation could have went totally,
for sure.
totally left.
You could have went to jail.
I could have went to jail with my dick out.
Fucking
you know,
outside.
yeah, absolutely. But I was blessed in that situation,
Man.
and it's funny now, but at the time it was definitely a traumatic situation.
I could imagine.
Crazy.
Yes,
man.
super crazy.
Man.
Okay, so
Cole, with your pants down.
Is back in the Red Train days.
Oh, Red Train.
Franklin
Oh my
Road.
God.
Franklin,
Okay, so I'm in a club or whatever, dancing, vibing, and I'm twerking, twerking, having a good time or whatever. Some dude come up behind me, whatever.
Popping it.
Yeah, and I had on this little fire outfit. I'm thinking I'm fired or whatever, and I'm cute. So he starts backing up, and I'm like, okay, like what the hell going on? Like, and then I notice people just looking at me, just looking. And I'm looking around like, what the fuck is going on, right? I was there with my homegirl. My homegirl's like, yo, Ash, yo, look down, right? Why the hell I had started my fucking, cycle and I was twerking or whatever. And I had on white, y'all. I had on white fucking leggings.
God.
I had white leggings on. And you can see that shit. And he was just looking like, he's like, oh shit, like, whoa, and I ran so fast out that motherfucker. Man. And my friend was like, yo, I got you. Get in the car. That shit was traumatizing because I was literally getting my whole life on the floor twerking. I'm busted open,
what
and he just backs the fuck up. No, I don't. But he just backs the hell up, and his hands are up in the air like, oh my God, yeah, like, and then everybody I'm looking around like, what the fuck everybody looking at? What's everybody looking at me for? And my friend was like, girl, if you don't look down. Look down.
How much blood had to be there in order to see that?
That shit started.
But that means that you was busting it open for a minute.
Girl, I had white leggings on.
So instantly, even
you know how leggings are. Like, yes.
That's crazy.
That was the most embarrassing shit I think I ever been through in my life.
All right, so mine is crazy. Is actually with my wife now. So this is when we was younger, and I used to, skip school or stuff and go to her house. So one night I was spending the night, and we did whatever. And I woke up, and I definitely had peed in the bed. I was like, oh shit, like, wow,
pissy body boy.
I was sick, bruh.
So good,
oh my God, like y'all don't understand. I'm like, bruh, I want to fucking die.
You never told me that story.
I never told anybody this story. It's staying between me and her, okay? Because she loves me.
Well, now the world knows.
Exclusive tea.
Exclusive
Come
tea.
have a taste with tea.
Right. So
That's
she
crazy.
of course I wake up instantly. I'm like, fuck. And she wake up. She was like, what happened? I'm like, the bed is wet. And she's like, were you sweating? I was like, no. She was like, but she was, I ain't gonna lie, that's why I love her. That's why we married now. She was like, no, it's okay. She was like, I know you're at my house and you can't go to the bathroom and stuff like that. Because, I was literally trapped in her room. And her grandmother was like the room next door. So she just got a towel, put it down, whatever. She was like, no, it's okay. Like, I'll wash your clothes and stuff like that. Like, but.
Nigga, so I gotta go to the bathroom.
Right, that's crazy.
That shit.
That's love.
It was one of them dreams where nigga thought he was using the bathroom.
Yeah.
And that shit was a setup. I woke up, I was like, oh Oh my god.
Oh my God. See, I've been that guy trapped in a room before,
Trapped in
but
the closet.
we maneuver around, man. When them parents go to sleep, you get to creep through there.
I never did that before.
My wife
You never
is
snuck a-
Asian,
snuck
and
a
she
guy?
had-
Never.
No.
It's
My
good,
wife.
but we're men, you know,
But I
boys.
never had nobody sneak in either. But I
Oh,
guess
that shout
'cause
out to that. Shout out to that. That's
Never.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
happy about
good.
that because
Never.
that was
You
the
know
thing back in the day.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just wasn't on. I mean, which would sound crazy because I'm a teen mom, but I really wasn't. That was just on some other shit. Another story for another day.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? No, I never like. So that'd be so crazy when people be like on some sneaking in, and but I've
Yeah,
never
I
experienced
straight through the- I
that.
used to go through the
That's
window.
crazy.
Shit,
like, no.
I was
I
I was
trapped in a closet
though. I was
before.
good. I like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
too,
trapped-
but I did it once before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snuck a.
My baby's
I
better not
definitely-
ever.
What you doing?
We'll figure it out when it happens.
Right.
Look, we got cameras nowadays. Houses
It's
got
too
cameras
easy to
now.
catch
All
for
kind of
sure.
cameras.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
got trapped in the closet before,
That's crazy.
sneaking in somebody's house early in the morning and wait before moms go to work.
That's
Her
crazy.
moms will go to
Yeah.
work. One day I fucked around. The window was open. She said, "Why the fuck is this window open? You better not have nobody up in this motherfucking house." I'm in the closet in the most uncomfortable position, hoping that nothing falls or moves. I was right there. I heard her voice a couple of feet away
That's
from
crazy.
me. Yeah.
Who ain't trying to get caught up with me? No.
Oh, my God.
So I got one more question.
All right,
okay,
let's get
so is a little toxic okay in a relationship or dealing with somebody, or is it just like you see the signs and I'm gone?
It's levels to toxic.
I mean, okay, so for me, I need it. I need a little bit of, block and delete sometimes, or like, turn location on and off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like, I just what it is. But I would never cross the line. Like, I know I don't like when people be like, I'm just mad, or I just said it. I don't believe that. I believe in, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And I don't ever have a problem with standing on what I said. So even if I be like, I don't want to fuck with you no more, or I'm done, I don't have a problem with standing on that either. You know what I'm saying? So it just, if you come back and we make up, cool too. But if you don't, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it just be like, but I also be needing that. Like, I hate you. I love you. I'm gonna block you. But then I'm gonna unblock you because I know you're gonna text me tight. You know what I'm saying? Not too far.
It's
but
like I said,
enough.
it's levels to toxic. As long as
You
you're
like
not
toxic?
violent.
Like, you don't want nobody
Yeah.
cutting your shit up?
No.
Because some
absolutely.
niggas like that.
I've
Don't
dealt
destroy
with
my
violent toxic before. I had knives pulled on me. I had
Yeah.
shit.
Whole nine.
I've thrown
I've almost
chairs
been
at
killed.
people's
Yeah.
cars. Like, that's not healthy. Some of the most depressing times in my life have come from being in a toxic ass violent relationship. And, people feel like they can put their hands on you. And I'm a man. I'm not going to put my hands on you.
Yeah.
Might restrain you a little bit. But I don't. That was some of the most unhappy times in my life. It's levels of toxic, because what do you call toxic? And
everybody
I
has
call
different-
violence toxic.
Okay, for me,
some of that stuff is just jealousy and insecurity, but toxic violence.
I feel like
that's-
toxic is when you have bad traits and you forcing somebody to deal with it through manipulation. I feel like that's toxic.
I love that.
That's
I love
good.
that.
I like that.
I'm a
I
fucked
love
up
that.
person, but you're going to deal with
I'ma
it because I
make-
know how to manipulate you
to
to make you deal
want
with
to
it.
deal with it.
Narcissism.
For sure,
That's
for sure.
fucking
being a
crazy.
Yeah,
narcissist.
man. I think for me, I think toxic is more so like, you know what you be doing, but then you try to act like you don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Gaslighting. I
For
hate that
sure,
word,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
y'all-
that's what it
these
is, you know what
are
I'm saying?
common words used
Like,
right now,
and
yeah.
like that's for me. It's just because I always believe in choice. I'm not a liar. You know what I'm saying? Even in being single now, everybody knows like I'm single. I don't want to be tied down or be in such a serious committed relationship. And so it's just like, but I feel like you shouldn't take people's choice away. I feel like at the end of the day, you should be honest. And I feel like, with that toxic shit is because you're not giving me a choice. You're making it seem, just be honest. If this is what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Just say that. And
Another thing with toxic to me, and I'm gonna kick it to Diamonds after this. When we're over and you're still trying to linger around,
For
or
sure.
you,
Right,
you
right.
still feel like you have some type of
lurking.
control
Calling my
there.
moms.
That's why
what
I block
call
people.
toxic.
For sure.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
my
block 'em.
definition.
Cut 'em off.
The stuff that people use, like keep your location on, that stuff I look at as just like a little jealous. You
that's
control,
weird.
but toxic.
You're not finna.
I do that.
Yeah.
Me and my
You
wife do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
We definitely should. We have ongoing look. But I mean,
but
for me,
does it okay? But
But they're
devil's
married, so it's
no,
like,
but devil's
yeah. Let me know where
advocate.
you at.
Does it make it not toxic
Make sure you're
because
safe.
when y'all get mad, turn it on and off?
Absolutely.
That's what- you
makes
see
sense.
what
If
I'm
we're
saying?
gonna
That's
do
when
it,
it
we're going to
becomes-
do it.
that's
If
when it
not,
becomes
we're
toxic.
not.
Because
Yeah.
you're not doing it because concern is it's out of concern maybe when we good, but then if you're mad, then what does that have to
you
do
turn
with
it off.
anything? Why are
Yeah,
you turning
yeah,
it
yeah.
off?
Yeah,
Everything
absolutely,
has
absolutely.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
You
saying?
turn it
That's
off?
Nah, I've never.
Oh.
That's stupid.
I was just saying, you know what I'm saying?
But,
So
So
okay.
Diamonds, how you feel about it?
You with the toxic, you need a little, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, that make a nigga feel miss me. So how you feel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need that a little bit.
I'm not with the whole kind of jealous toxic. I believe toxic is when it's violent or it's mental. Like when, like TK said, how you fuck with people's mind. Like that to me is toxic. Like I want to control you, so this is how I'm going to control you.
Yeah.
Or even if you start arguing in front of the kids or just doing too much. Like when you start involving other people, and when it's broad, when other people can start seeing it, like your friends, your family, stuff like
it's
that.
not behind closed doors no
toxic.
more.
Yes,
for
that's
sure.
clearly toxic.
For sure.
To me.
Right.
Yeah.
If you drag it out of your relationship and in front of other people,
Because
that
people
to
gonna
me
argue
is
for
bad.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, so
That's crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't think, being toxic is, fuck with it. No, I don't fuck with it. I like it just a little bit, but not to the point where I feel like you finna hurt me or I'm gonna hurt you. You know?
facts.
So.
It's all mental.
Hell yeah. All right, so speaking of toxic, man, we got this man convicted of
Crazy.
burning. Well, he didn't get convicted. No, he's not convicted. He's dead.
He dead. Right. He dead.
He's
So-
convicted dead body.
It says evicted. Excuse me. He's evicted, and he decided to take matters in his own hands.
Yeah.
So let's get into this, man. Hey, what y'all know about it?
Okay, so they didn't even say his name. It's so crazy because I was trying to look on other different websites and stuff like that. They didn't say his name though, but it was in Southwest Houston. This guy, he got evicted, and the police chief officer Troy Finner, this is how he described it. He was basically saying that the guy, he was in all black, he came out and basically he started a fire to lure the other people to come outside to see what was going on, and then he opened fire. He started shooting people, and they said 3 people died, 2 people died on the scene, and 1 person died on the way to the hospital. Some people were injured, but they didn't die. But yeah, he shot them up, and they was like he was shooting at the firefighters and stuff as they was trying to put the fire out. And then when the police came on the scene, of course, they opened fire and shot and killed him, and he's dead.
Deranged serial killer. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah.
You gonna burn the place down to get people to
Well,
come out. You
come
shoot
out.
out. This sound like Grand Theft Auto.
It was because an eviction notice that
He was about to get evicted.
He was about to get
I
evicted.
don't think so though. Man, when you do stuff like that, I feel like
He been ready to go out.
that was the straw
You think that was a
broke the camel's
suicide?
back.
Yeah.
I feel like people be having
I'm not
fucked
laughing.
up lives.
It's not
and
funny.
that one last event was like, you
Yep.
know what?
And
If I'm evicted, everybody evicted.
And it's an
You know what
actual
I'm saying? Like,
suicide
for
term
real.
called death by cop, and this is
Yeah.
for people who
They
are
know.
scared to kill themselves.
Then
and
make the cops do it.
That's
Exactly.
crazy, man.
This
He
is a
had lived
crazy
there for
motherfucker.
13 years. And I think one of the people he shot was the property manager that was there for 33
shit's
years.
wild.
He's been working there
Why?
over 30
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Right.
For 33 years, and he got killed.
You just never know when somebody's going to snap.
For sure.
That's what, yeah.
I'm just at work like I've always been at work. This is where I've been working for 30 years, and I
Motherfuckers
died
just
today.
open fire, yeah.
Sheesh.
Mental health is
Crazy.
important, man.
Mental health is important. RIP to all the victims
Yeah, man.
involved.
Right,
No.
speaking of some killing,
Yeah.
we talking about some killing.
Yeah, let's.
Okay,
Yeah.
y'all remember DC Sniper, right? In
Yes.
2002.
I was in 8th grade when that happened.
Yeah, in
or a
8th grade.
freshman. I think I was a freshman in high school.
Back in 2002, John Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo went on a killing spree and shot at least 10 people and injured more. Malvo was only 17 at the time. John Muhammad was 41. And John Muhammad was sentenced to death in 2009, and Malvo was sentenced to life in prison. Apparently, he's trying to get resentenced.
Well, he
and-
is. He is.
Well, yeah. He got granted his resentencing on the grounds that he was only 17 at the time, and he might have been under the manipulation of Muhammad. And what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think he was manipulated or?
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
At 17, that's the perfect time to be manipulated.
But
You don't know which direction you're going in.
he was.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, why wait so long? Like
No,
It's
but
because
it
laws
was a
have changed,
right.
like, laws
That's
have
why,
changed
you
over
know,
the
years.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
and
well,
what
that's
all
they,
now he has a
Science has
shot.
also changed
Right.
as well.
I'm about to say, because come on, bro.
Right, well, no, it's
I feel
a
like you said
particular
jail
law.
plotted that.
No, it's called the Juvenile Restoration Act, and it was signed into law just a few years prior to
okay,
what that
okay,
happened.
okay.
And what that is it says that a juvenile offender who was convicted as an adult serving a sentence that is imposed before October 1st, 2021 may file a motion after they serve 20 years. And basically saying that you don't know, you know what I'm saying, when you were a kid, you don't know, and after 20 years, you know that it's time served,
that's
and you're a
fair.
child, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
fair
So
enough,
yeah,
fair
it is sad that people died, you know what I'm saying? But he was a kid.
And you got a 41-year-old man and a 17-year-old boy. It's
know-
like, okay,
And
well,
you don't
do
know-
this.
you don't know what type
He's
of
trying to
pressure
be
is
cool.
behind it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
It's
and you never
sad,
know.
man.
So
R.I.P. to all
there-
the people.
what- yes.
So are y'all for the resentencing? So y'all think he should have a shot?
I am. Because I feel like prison is supposed to be for rehabilitation. And people, especially in the United States, it's like they're caged animals, but why if the system is set up, it's supposed to be you should be able to be molded and be back into society. And I feel like at such a young age to be caged up, you do have the time to change and become a person. Are you the same person when you were 17?
No,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
I don't even recognize
feel
that kid.
it is unfortunate that happened to those families. They will never forget that. I do feel bad.
Being that the main person they got the justice.
Right,
from
the
it,
guy,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
he got,
He did get sentenced to
for
death,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? So it's not like he did it
No
by
justice was served.
Yeah, it's not like he did it by himself.
For
and
sure.
They was just, you know what I'm saying? So
I definitely feel sorry for children when they're involved in situations like this.
Absolutely.
And I do feel sympathy for people who go to jail for long periods of time when they're in their youth still.
Yeah,
You know
because
what
you
I'm
don't
saying?
know what happened between the adult and the kid,
But
and what
You
made
can
them.
but think about it as in your own child. We can make our children do whatever we
Right,
want.
for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? So it is no different.
John Muhammad was very charismatic, so he might have looked up to him and thought he was
we can
cool.
all go right now and make our children do a backflip in front of us just because they want to please us. You know what I'm saying? That's their mind state at the time.
Yeah, man. So
R.I.P. to all those people.
R.I.P. to the victims,
Yes.
and
I
we'll
hope
see what
people
happens
get
with this.
justice, you
And
know?
man, let's get into the next segment. Replay with my boy TK, man. What you got going today, man?
So y'all know I definitely love the movie. So
Spoiler
this one-
alert.
Right, definitely spoiler alert. It's called Me Time. So
Okay.
it started off with Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg are best friends or whatever. And Kevin Hart, you know, the typical lifestyle. He's a stay-at-home dad. You know, his Regina Hall is yes, that's Regina Hall. It's his wife in the movie, and she's an architect, and they got 2 kids. So he's a stay-at-home dad, like with the PTA. You know, on the flip side, Mark Wahlberg is, of course, the opposite, the bachelor. You know what I'm saying, living it up. They end up hanging out, and of course, that shit went to shit. And and it's always like in every movie, you realize people's lives ain't what the fuck they say they are.
They go to the party?
Yeah, so he goes. So Mark Wahlberg rents a fucking tour bus for his 44th birthday, and so he convinced Kevin Hart to go. As soon as he show up, first of all, Mark Wahlberg is butt ass naked.
Okay.
He was like, "Oh, we wanted to go skinny dipping." He's like, "We just got up in there, like, you know what I'm saying?"
I heard that was a last minute thing put in the movie and it was Kevin Hart's idea.
So they go to the bus. So he like, "Oh, we gonna go to the desert and we gonna be real manly men and forage for my birthday or whatever." So and come to find out, Mark Wahlberg owes this loan shark a whole bunch of fucking money, which how it always is. Nobody's life is what it seems. So he come there, they burn the whole fucking party day. Of course, Kevin Hart like, you know what, man, I had so much fun. I'm gonna pay the money for you. Now, damn well, he's a stay-at-home dad with no fucking money. Regina Hall was fucking hot. He came up to her because they burned the house party. They burned the party down. So he like, fuck that. We're going to go to my house. So they ended up going to Kevin Hart house to throw the party. Of course, they fucked the house up. She got the kids and left. Like, instantly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but damn, that mean they had 50 bands in the bank?
Oh, yeah. They
she
was
was
bred it
a
up.
Was she the architect? Okay.
So, and that was another dynamic. He called them to check on the kids. And she's like, yeah, mom's boss flew us out to see this island. He like, what the fuck? Like,
Flew out for the
right.
weekend.
So he like, bitch, all right. That was one of the reasons why he spent the money. Because he like, if she could do what the fuck she wanted to do, I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, Mark Wahlberg ended up feeling bad, and he ended up, trying to help them pay the money off and shit like that. And then
So
would you watch it again?
what do you think of the movie?
I would give it, I don't know, this just because they don't have a good dynamic to me. I feel like they both play similar roles.
Regina King and him or Mark Wahlberg?
Regina King and Regina Hall and Kevin Hart, they're pretty good, you know what I'm saying? But Mark Wahlberg
They have multiple
and
movies
Kevin
together.
Hart, like, it's just, no
chemistry on
screen. Yeah,
screen.
there was no chemistry to me. I feel like the movie was rushed because it just came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't see no real publicity on it before it came out. It was just like, hey, we made a movie.
It's a Netflix original. Kevin Hart
I feel like if it was a banger, it would have came on.
Kevin Hart owns Netflix.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of his earliest movies were on Netflix.
I feel like him and
Low
Jamie
budget
Foxx
films.
is just running fucking movies down because Netflix gives
all the
give them
ideas
deal.
that they had in their head
It's
and they
just
the writers
going.
and stuff.
Right,
they just
right,
Netflix.
right. And
Kevin
it's-
Hart special.
Well,
I give it like a 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah.
I actually watched over half. We watched over half of that movie. I did not like it. I
You didn't
lost
like it?
interest in it, and I
It definitely
forced
drags.
myself to keep watching it. It was some inappropriate jokes in the beginning that involved penis and the daughter seeing it. I just was
Right.
thrown
weird.
off
Did you
by
like it,
that.
David?
Yeah, I didn't care for it at all.
No, it wasn't
I didn't care
funny.
for it.
Some of those cliche ass scenes, but
That's what I'm saying. It was
you
just
know.
like I said, that's why I gave it the rating I did. It was just it's a watch if you hella bored.
Well, we're gonna say it's a wah wah wah.
Right.
Wah, wah. That's the replay with TK. Let's get into this Stacey Dash subject about DMX and her not knowing that he was dead and he's been gone for over a year. R.I.P. DMX.
Girl.
Where were you and why were you there so long? What rock?
Right, and we are not.
Or what
even
drug were you on that kept you high for the last 365 days?
We're not fucking celebrities, okay? So we, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if y'all don't know, why y'all would definitely know before we would. You know what I'm saying?
This wasn't local news.
And he's not a B-list celebrity. That
Yes.
man was known all around for fucking growling.
DMX,
Like, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? R.I.P. DMX, he was a great artist. You know what I'm saying? He didn't perform in front of millions of not.
Yeah, I remember
feel
that
like-
Woodstock performance where he performed in front of a continent,
You know what I'm
basically.
saying? I feel like that's disrespectful for even play him.
For
like
sure.
that.
I feel
come
like
on.
if you're really crying and you're really sad, who's gonna pick up the phone
And
in
cry
the
into the
camera
phone?
and be like, I'm sad? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I never
Like,
But that's the world we live
Crying
in now,
into the
though.
camera.
That's
like,
the world
do
we
you
live
cry
in
to the
now,
camera?
though.
Have you ever, you know what I'm
But
saying?
think about it. That's
Is that the same as
that's what-
standing in the ring crying? Is that?
Yeah.
But that's clout, y'all. That's what it is.
I feel like
now.
she made his death about her.
Absolutely,
so?
it's
Yes.
clout. She think
I
about
didn't-
it.
yeah.
Stacey Dash. Remember, she pops up every once in a while
Right.
on
She's
some
on,
dumb shit.
College Hill, the
You know what I'm
edition
saying?
on
I feel
BET.
like she's like a Soulja Boy kind of type,
Yeah.
right? When she starts to nobody talk about her no more, I'm gonna do some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
She need to be talking about why she's white now.
she needs
Yeah,
to
she
be
was
in a
on
mental
that skin
institution.
Her skin is definitely pale.
That skin
'Cause-
bleaching.
right.
That's what that is?
Bring back the clueless Stacey Dash. That's who I want.
Yeah, bring
I
her
miss
back.
her. She was what?
Or
You
the
can't
Fresh
tell me
Prince
not
I don't know
one
who
Stacey
this
Dash.
person
Stacey
in your whole
Dash is.
family didn't know about DMX. Like somebody
Right.
told you
The
about
world
it.
knew
world,
about
right,
DMX.
the world
Somebody.
knew
You
about
have an
That
entire
video was
family.
24 hours
Somebody
long.
knew.
Cut it out.
Somebody
It was
around you knew.
everywhere.
And he had a big ass 18. What was it? A monster truck
And
carrying his
they're
casket.
You're playing games.
The same platform you posted on is the same platform that was smeared everywhere when
Right.
he passed away. That
So you only didn't look at it that day or
you
that
close it
month,
off?
couple month. You turned it off
Come
and
on,
then.
bro.
And to her
Come on,
defense,
bro.
she tries to say that she's been dealing with drug issues, but she says she's been
Clearly you
clean
can
for
tell.
about 6 years. So he didn't die 6 years ago.
right.
She's full of shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely, she's lost.
Again,
herself.
R.I.P.
Crazy.
DMX.
Oh my
But
God,
that shit
can't
is
even
sad.
go.
It's
I
girl,
feel like
get
it's
out of here.
disrespect. I feel like
It
that's
is,
disrespectful.
for
Like
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like because I feel like you don't think that his death holds enough weight for you not to have known.
You
him.
playing
You know,
with it.
You're playing. You know
Or
what I'm saying?
you
You're
was just
using his
that
death
high.
as a mockery. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, to get caught. That's not
Absolutely.
That's not right.
Yeah. for
So we
sure.
got one more segment for you guys, and this
You-
is
you-
my girl Diamonds. We're gonna kick it to you with the Diamond in the Rough segment.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Okay.
positive.
Today's Diamond in the Rough is Romani Wilfred. He's 18 now. He's a teen that has an IQ of 162. And yes, I'm touching on the academics today, y'all.
God damn.
The average
Fire.
IQ is only 100 for all Americans, world, everybody, which makes him
Smarter than everybody.
than Einstein, Bill Gates, and
Fire.
Stephen Hawking.
That's crazy.
And this is an African American teenager, and he doing his thing
Black
academically, y'all.
excellence.
At
Fire.
2, he was reciting newspaper articles, reading full newspaper articles. His mother said on the way to pre-K, sometimes he would just recite the news, and she would be like, "What in the world?" At pre-K, he was writing full sentences, reading full sentences. He's ranked the top #1 in the country as far as intelligence goes, and he's listed in the 1 of 50 of the world's smartest teens. He's a Mensa
Fire.
member. And he was awarded many scientific awards by his prestigious universities all through the world, y'all.
Fire.
And he says he's working on something really big that will hopefully change the world as far as his goals go. So we're going to be looking toward him. Hopefully he might, he could change something. We never know. And y'all know I like to leave it with a quote by a Black inspirational individual. And I'm going to do Audre Lorde. And I'm going to say, it's not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. So if you see people that's different or have accomplishments or anything, y'all, just congratulate them. If you see somebody that's doing big things, congratulate them.
Absolutely.
Don't be quiet. Don't be silent. We as a people need to let each other know
Give
that
me
we're
your
doing
flowers.
good.
Give me your flowers.
Give
Don't be no
people
hater.
the praise. Don't be hating. Don't be crabs in a barrel, as they like to call us. Go out and actually celebrate people's
And what's his name again?
Romani Wilfred.
Well, shout out.
Shout out to Romani Wilford.
Hey.
Hey, we had a good show today,
Hey,
y'all.
y'all, we did it. We
Hip-hop
did it.
millennials.
This shit be flowing, y'all.
Hey,
They
we'll be back to see y'all next week. Thank you for listening. I am Cashews,
This your boy
It's your
TK.
girl Diamonds.
And it's your girl Taste T.
and this is
Hip Hop Millennials Podcast. Hey, we
Peace.
did it, y'all.